Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Mother Teresa is the top trending topic. Donald Trump was out in front of court saying Mother Teresa couldn't beat the charges I'm up against. So she's trending.
Yeah. He's right, though. I mean, this is just the judge is a Stalinist.
Stalinist?
Yeah, he's a Stalinist. And it's whether you like Trump or not, what they're doing to him is dangerous in a free society, and if they'll do it to him, they'll do it to you. They'll do it to all of us. So, I mean, if you're, an anti-Trump person and you're cheering it on, then you're stupid.
So there
you go.
Because I mean, it's going to come back around to all of us. This lawless, court.
There's some pandemonium in Washington, D.C. Pandemonium. That's right. Pandas are coming back to the National Zoo. I can go into panda diplomacy for hours. It's a fascinating topic, but China is sending 2-year-old pandas to the United States for the next at least 10 years as part of a breeding program. So the United States, the people at the National Zoo want to breed these 2-year-old pandas, which is notoriously difficult. They can a female panda can only get pregnant like one day of the year. So it's far-fetched, but a lot of people excited to have pandas back in the United States. Some people say we don't want them.
That's because the stuff that gets sent to the United States that people order from China is always subpar in quality.
It's never that great, is it?
We ordered it from Temu.
They ought to send those pandas back when they get here and go, hey, these aren't working right.
Maybe. Swifties for Palestine is trending. Taylor Swift fans are rooting on Palestine. Great for them. And then today is a big day for Diddy's 17-year-old daughter. She's graduating from high school, but Diddy will not be in attendance. Nothing that was demanded of him. He's deciding to not show up because he believes there's going to be too much attention on him and sort of steal her sunshine, steal her spotlight.
Because he's all about that. He's always been about not wanting the attention to be on him.
Maybe it's different, a different kind of attention, I guess.
Well, and there's an article. Is it Rolling Stone? There's a Rolling Stone article that just came out that says something that TJ said the other day that apparently talks about how he's never been a good person behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, they're just now coming out with all this information. They should just open that Rolling Stone and the article should read, "See TJ, circa 1999."
Yeah.
Just because, and what did you know back in...
Anybody can tell, listening to him and the way he acts and all that he's just a piece of crap.
Kind of maybe when he made those guys walk to that other borough just to get him a piece of cheesecake.
Well, that was a reality show. I don't know if that's a good example.
But I mean, he came from a life of crime and the whole thing. I mean, he was a hustler on the street. I think his dad was a criminal and all that. I'm not for sure on all that stuff, but I mean, you can just listen to people talk and know this is a jerk.
He's not a good rapper either.
Oh, he's terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't
argue terrible.
So yeah, it looks like the walls are closing in on Diddy. We will see. I don't know. I didn't know he was a bad person. But what did you find out in Rolling Stone that he was a bad guy?
This is a whole. I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw that was clicking through some of the stuff. There wasn't anything that I saw that I hadn't heard before. But there have been stories out for a long time. He's not a great person.
Yeah, I guess
the way he treated people, the way he reacted to people, the way he treated women.
Arrogant.
That kind of
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, those are just a few things that are now trending.
I have for you today one of the greatest stories ever. Because it is rare that someone screws up this bad in front of a judge. Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Last night about 9 o'clock, I texted Tech D-Rob. And I said, please tell me you can get this audio ready for tomorrow. And he said, yes. And then I saw it in about 10 other places between now and then because this thing is gone super viral, whatever the term might be.
I've watched it so many times. It's just incredible.
You've probably seen this. Doesn't matter. You're going to laugh either way. A 44-year-old man in Michigan named Corey Harris was attending a virtual court hearing earlier this month after he'd been previously charged with driving with a suspended license. That was back in October, and his license is still suspended. Now, it's a virtual court hearing, and Corey pops up on the screen. There he is. You see Corey, you see the judge, you see the prosecutor, but something looks a little odd about Corey. Remember, Corey is on a virtual hearing about his suspended driver's license. And this is what took place.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. I'm parking right now.
This is a driver with a license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
That is what the charges, Your Honor, yes.
He's suspended, and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't even know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter.
Wait for him at the very end of this.
Turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Oh my God!
And as soon as the judge said, he's driving, his mouth went, oh no. If he would have just joined the courtroom via Zoom on time, I bet. He would have just been, and he could have said, I'm in the passenger seat, Your Honor. My wife is inside the building. She drove me or whatever.
We're at the doctor's office. I'm sitting here in the passenger seat.
I don't think he
I'm
thought
not
about
driving.
that.
No, he didn't. He didn't think a thing in the world about it. He was just like, I'll punch him up whenever I'm on my way to the doctor.
I am parking right now.
That oh my God, I'm such a stupid idiot.
It is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I probably watched that thing 10 times.
And in the longer, like the whole clip, everybody just goes silent, including his public defender, because the judge is looking over his paperwork and just figuring out what he's going to do. And then you hear him go, hello? And his attorney goes, yes, hang on just a minute, Mr. Harrison, or whatever his name is.
But when the judge said,
hello?
Are you driving right now? Yes, I'm turning to my doctor's office.
Yes, sir. I'm parking right now.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. I'm parking right now.
This is a driver with a license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
That's my favorite part. Oh, man.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Thankfully, no one but me on this show has ever been through a divorce. I mean, Riggins and Rob have never been married. TJ's been married eternity.
Yeah. Be 30 years in October.
Yeah. Wow. So, I'd have to do the math real quick. I forgot how long I was married.
29 years.
18, 19 years?
Yeah, but it would have been 29.
It would have been 29 this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this year. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's how it would have been, yeah. I got divorced back in, I guess, technically 2016. And divorce is hard. It's tough. But theoretically, you get your stuff, they get their stuff, you go your separate ways. But that's not always the case. Because something's left behind quite often. Or there's something in the house that you bought because you love it, and it stayed in the house. And now somebody else is getting to use your stuff. What's the song, TJ? That's not.
Who's that man running my life? Is that the one?
Yeah, some of that's
Toby Keith.
Not my truck in the driveway.
Yeah, that ain't my truck.
That ain't
That's
my
super
truck.
no. But thank you, Rob, for answering wrong for me.
Was it a different one? They're both. That's what I thought.
Well, that's why he said TJ. What is that song?
I thought it was a different Toby.
We know you know country music.
My bad.
That's what I was thinking.
These energy drinks just get him out of his head, don't they?
He's answering. I was like, I don't think that's not the one I remember.
I don't call him daddy, but he's or that ain't my truck. That's Thomas Rhett's dad.
Okay.
So Bohemian Rhapsody.
Thank you, Riggins.
Okay.
That's Red Akins.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, Robert. It's Red Akins. And it ain't my shadow on the wall.
Yeah, if you're going to jump in on him, you gotta get it right.
But the Toby Keith one's about divorce.
Okay.
So
Don't
it's
nobody
better.
know that song?
Yeah, they do.
So
You just want to talk about you.
well played.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know if everybody got it, but that was good. So here's the question, though. How would you feel in this sentence? We're divorced, but they're still using my blank. Oh. Like when my parents divorced, we had these weird workbenches that my dad had built, but he had like a really good grinder and a couple of other pieces of electrical tools that he had bolted to these things that stayed. And I mean, nobody else ever moved in, but if somebody else, if my mom had ever gotten remarried and a guy moved in and be like, yeah, we're divorced, but that guy's still using my nice grinder and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun to see.
Yeah, but it happens all the time.
Oh, wow. What if he were still alive to see you using Grindr today, Ace?
So at the Ace TJ show, we're divorced, but they're still using my blank. Look, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. We're divorced, but she's still using my shiatsu neck massager the kids bought me for Father's Day. That's one of those little things that got left behind. So you kind of get the idea. You're divorced, but somebody else is now using your stuff. Oh, and a couple of these are just, a couple of these may have some legal issues attached to them. It may not be legal. So we'll get to them next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
What was your example for this, Riggins?
I picture it's a pool float. Like you're driving by one day by your old house, and then you see the new guy, the new husband, kicking back, shirt off, belly hanging out, lounging in your pool float.
Yeah.
That would just send me up the wall.
Like you spent extra money and bought that pool float. That was the last summer. It was there that one last summer you had. You never really got to break it in.
You loved it.
And that guy's using my pool float. So that's the question. We're divorced. But now somebody else is using my blank. This lady said, keep me anonymous, please. We're divorced, but he's still using my Social Security.
I don't think you can do that.
He never remarried, so he can draw off my Social Security. I always made more than he did. Social Security Department doesn't even have to tell you they are doing it. I just figured it out because of some of the questions that he asked. It doesn't affect my future benefits or my current husband's ability to have benefits, but still, feels like he's still kind of taking advantage of my hard work.
That's how that works?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's just like, Social Security is a scam anyway. That's why it's in such bad shape. But like my grandmother never worked a day in her life for a job. Yet she drew Social Security check as soon as she turned 65. And then I think after my grandfather died, she kept getting his.
Sure.
And I used to rail her about that. You're a thief, Nana. That ain't your money. That's our money.
Get a job. Get a job.
Tracy said, I'm divorced. Now somebody else is using my pillow top mattress that has sweet dreams written in permanent black marker on it. Randy said, I'm divorced. And now somebody else was using my Spectrum login for 5 years before I realized it.
Oh, that's I think that one's it gets a lot. That whole password.
The number one answer is any type of grocery store or drugstore loyalty card.
Yeah.
Phone number.
We've got a bunch of those up here that people say they constantly use that. House with basically everything in it. D said, I'm divorced. Now somebody else is using my Netflix Roku account.
Yeah. All those streaming services.
All the streaming services come up a lot. House was a big one. Last Nerve as a trampoline from people who don't want to play the game the right way. Brenda said, money that he never paid me that he was supposed to, but I'm over it now.
Yeah.
Well, all caps, Brenda would say, you're not over it.
Glad you got past it.
I was hoping that person really did say trampoline. That would be a good one.
And Sonia said, I'm divorced, but now somebody else is using my bathtub. The ex put that bathtub in just for me. So probably, I picture it as a gift. I would love to have a bathtub like this. And so one year for her birthday or for Christmas, they had that bathtub installed just for her. And now
jets and everything.
Somebody else is using that bathtub.
Claw feet.
Claw feet.
The standalone claw feet tub.
Fancy.
See, one of those are forever.
And now that skank is.
You can't wash the dirt that you got on you, woman. You can't wash that off in a bathtub.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Lots of things are happening. We'll get you filled in coming up in Now Trending.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. But we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
The criminal charges have been dropped against Scotty Scheffler, Scott Scheffler as they called him in court. He's the #1 golfer in the world. And he was at a tournament a few weeks ago and got into a little thing with a police officer. And the police officer says he was dragged by Scotty Scheffler's car about 10 feet. Scotty Scheffler said, the guy was hitting me. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even realize the guy was a police officer. He didn't identify himself. So a lot of big miscommunication.
And the body camera footage the body cam just wasn't working at that time. Just as luck would have it.
It just wasn't working.
The cop got suspended for that.
He said, well, my pants are ruined, and those are $80 pants. I was dragged. So, I mean, it was like a bit of a scene, but chaos over miscommunication, it looks like. Jerry Seinfeld was trending all day yesterday. He's on a new podcast with Barry Weiss, who's I think the community editor for the New York Times, or was, but she does a podcast and interviewed Jerry Seinfeld, and he talked about wanting to bring back dominant masculinity. And he talks about a variety of things, but that was the phrase that stuck out, dominant masculinity. The guys maybe are getting a little too soft for his liking. He said he always wanted to be a man's man.
Right. He talked about growing up, JFK, Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery, real men. He always wanted to be a real man. He added, quote, I miss a dominant masculinity. Yeah, I get the toxic thing, but I still like a real man, end quote.
Oh, my God. Even little Yeti Seinfeld taking material from me.
What's that?
I've been saying that for years.
Oh, about this?
Yeah,
just
men are getting too soft.
Yeah, Sean Connery's a weird example because didn't he like beat up women and stuff?
Yeah. Did he die?
I don't know.
Sean Connery's dead.
Okay, well then yes, definitely.
He told Barbara Walters in that interview, he was like, I'll slap a woman. And it's like, all right, dude. All right, slow down. You're talking to Barbara Walters.
I'll slap your mother.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
I'll slap your mother, Babs. Barbara Wawa.
Terrible. She was like, Sean. Yeah. And North Korea is trending this morning because they've been doing something super weird. They've been taking these balloons and sending them to South Korea, and these balloons have packages attached to them, and they're filled with like garbage and sometimes human feces,
toilet paper, and all kinds
of stuff. So the South Korea is having to collect. There's been like hundreds of these balloons floating over the border. And they say it's a direct response to South Korea sending balloons to North Korea with a propaganda in them. Pamphlets, flyers, K-pop music, all kinds of stuff.
That's not true, though.
Yeah, they say they're sending food and medicine in their balloons, too. And they need to stop that. Well, God forbid they're sending them food and medicine.
Yeah,
because you can't do it.
Yeah.
But have you seen the pictures of these balloons?
Oh, it's so gross.
So gross. They come down when they burst, I guess, when they land. Some of them do, some of them don't. But it's just this stuff is all over the street.
Just trash and poop. I mean, I don't know. It seems so childish, but that's what North Korea's up to these days.
You know what South Korea ought to send over there in balloons?
What?
Rattlesnakes.
There we go.
Perfect opportunity.
Another rattlesnake.
But then you don't want to, hurt the innocent people of North Korea
or the rattlesnake.
Just so Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, send them right.
Send them straight to him.
That's what needs to happen. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
There is an article out today. Actually, it's something that people have weighed in on the social media, giving examples, and we're going to find out if anybody on the show fits this terrible scenario. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Hey, don't forget, if you live in the New Bern, North Carolina area, there's a big event happening, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, June 8th. TJ and Jody's Small Town Adventures coming to New Bern. It's sponsored by Bojangles. Also, the Doubletree by Hilton New Bern Riverfront going to be part of that. We're going to make stops at Cypress Hall, Baxter's 1892, the Flying Fox, all of them. It's going to be a really big time in New Bern. So, I'm sure that it'll look like a parade following us from place to place. I mean, it's just going to be chaotic.
It's like the Pied Piper of New Bern.
Yes. So make sure you get in on that. There's a thing on the BuzzFeed, and it's asking people about situations where somebody at their work got fired on their first day. Like one of them, for example, is a new substitute teacher fired on day one for writing "Be quiet" in Sharpie on two kids' foreheads.
You're the substitute teacher. What are you doing?
I love that.
That's great.
I mean, that's funny if it's not you or your kid.
Look, and I picture that being one of those really old retired teachers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That comes back to just substitute to help out and have something to do. Back in her day, she would have done that. Just right, be quiet on them.
Hey, so you would have a problem if they did that to your kid if he was being a nuisance?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Don't write on my kid's forehead. And it takes a lot for me to get upset about stuff like that. But don't write on my kid's head.
You will not write on my kid's head, okay?
I was bartending at a sports bar in Hell's Kitchen, and the new guy in training on the first day, supposedly with several years of experience, attempted to shake a Jack and Coke. So, of course, it went all over the bar and made a mess, and they were like, you know what?
Just go ahead.
Yeah, we don't need a day two of this. Riggins, have you ever been fired? Were you fired from the fancy Chinese restaurant, or did you just quit because you knew it was awful?
Yeah, no, I quit.
Yeah.
I've never been fired.
Never. Mm. So what did they say to you when you would when you got something was wrong in somebody's order and you comped the entire table just because you felt bad?
I was only dealing with the person that was training me.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were like, there's a whole process we have to go through, and
you can't just declare. I'm so sorry I gave you, this instead of fried rice. Everything's free for the whole 7-party.
Yeah, remember that scene in The Office where Michael declares bankruptcy by just screaming back? They're like, wait a minute, there's like a way to go about the everything's free.
I declare bankruptcy.
Doesn't work like that.
Comp.
But
okay.
I panicked. Same thing.
When they go to pay and they say, thank you for taking the lettuce wraps off. It's not in the computer. It's taken off, so they have confusion up there.
Absolutely.
And you're not having to tell them that this table of 7. It's just everything they ordered is not going to be in the computer because they gave it to them.
Yeah, I think it was 6 or 7 people, like kids and stuff.
And how long did you officially work there?
3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
So that wasn't maybe your first night, and then you decided I'm not coming back.
Yeah. That was just not a good fit.
You don't say.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So there's a guy who has made the national news, and I don't see what the big deal is. Basically, he went in to get a tattoo, and he wanted the Sprite can tattooed on his person. And the person that did the tattoo put the can and the logo and all, but just left the R out of Sprite, and it just says Spite on the can. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, what a mistake! This is." But if you're a person, in my humble opinion, if you're a person that doesn't care anymore about the way you look than to just willy-nilly go in and have Sprite tattooed on you, then it's not going to bother you that they messed it up. What do you care? I mean, big deal. You're already going in for something that's just kind of ridiculous, showing that you don't care what you really look like.
But I disagree because there's a huge difference to me between having Sprite and Spite tattooed on your body. Because probably he thought Sprite is kind of fun.
I know,
it's
that's
my
the
favorite
thing.
drink. It's kind of fun. It's frivolous. Oh, Sprite's fun. And then he comes back with Spite, which is mean and hateful, and he seems like it's a really negative connotation. So now he's taking what was supposed to be a fun mark on his body, and now it's mean and nasty.
But the fact that he was going, and I'm not saying this is about all tattoos, but if you're so willy-nilly about marking yourself up permanently that you're just going to go get a Sprite can tattooed on you, then you don't care about how you look. Nothing should affect you in any way that happens with your presentation of yourself. Nothing.
Is it visible outside of, it's not?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, like my papa said, son, why would you get a tattoo if you don't want to put it where people can see it, if you're not proud enough of it for people to look at?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, papa, you're right. I ain't getting no tattoo. But as I predict, the guy is perfectly fine with it. He likes it better now because it's a conversation piece. He said, I love my Spite can.
I gotta see this thing.
So, first of all, I guess if your sense of humor is the type that would think having a Sprite can tattooed on you forever is quirky and fun, then this is going to elevate it.
Yeah.
And it's a terrible. It looks like a kindergarten class had a hold of a tattoo gun and did it, and that's why they misspelled it, because they haven't reached that grade yet.
This is
where
not
they
any,
work on spelling.
It's not any stupider than a regular Sprite can.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's not quality
That's my
work.
point.
You're right. It is not quality work.
I mean, it'd be like if you went in to get a snake tattooed all over, across your back, and they ended up doing a dragon. Okay.
All right. Great. What do you care?
Yeah, no big deal.
What a goober.
I don't think I love Miller Lite, but I'm not having the can and logo tattooed on me anywhere.
Of course not.
I would.
I love water. I'm not going to have that.
You wouldn't get
tattooed
like
on
an
me.
LSU tattoo?
No, man.
No. Really?
Only tattoo I could ever have would be something about Jesus, Ronald Reagan, or my papa, because none of them can hurt me. They can't turn on me.
Because they're all dead.
Yeah.
They can't turn on me.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Oh, yeah. Got a lot of drama going on today.
Who? We do?
All of us, yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's drama day here on the Ace and TJ show.
Gosh, what's
Ace was in a court trial yesterday he can't talk about.
Yeah.
Some kind of dealings. We don't need to know what kind of dealings it was, but He was in a court case and
remind me to tell later though. It's pretty crazy. It was pretty fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't fun.
But you may have seen it. He was driving on a Zoom in the court.
That was me.
On a suspended license charge.
I pulled into my doctor's office right now.
The whole thing. They have a list of stuff that people have put on the Reddit about it's odd things that they brag about or odd things that they can do but they rarely talk about. Like one person said, I can burp louder than a lawnmower. Their all-time best was 98 decibels. Okay, great. I wouldn't talk about that either. If I
hear you. Yeah.
Somebody said I can spit more than 15 feet. Now that's a good one.
15 feet?
That's a good one.
That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
But
it depends on what they're spitting, Rob.
Yeah.
Is there a good thing for people to spit?
Yeah, they could be spitting water or something, and that's not as bad as spitting spit.
Might just be spitting some sunflower seeds.
Yeah, watermelon seeds. That's a contest. They do that. But just to hock a loogie. Oh, God. Disgusting. Hey, you over there at the bar.
One guy claimed that a stripper once asked for his number. Okay. He brags about that.
Okay, fair enough. But was she an attractive stripper?
Hey, man.
Because I've been in some places.
She broke the rule for me. That's what he's saying. She broke the rule for me.
I've been in some places, man.
I have a couple. One I talk about all the time. I can say all 50 states in alphabetical order in less than 20 seconds. And I can also sing gibberish to make it sound like I know the words to La Bamba.
I don't think I knew that.
Oh yeah. That's a pretty impressive one. You're my soy marinero. That doesn't mean anything. You're my soy marinero. Se capitan, soy capitan.
But you hit some of the words in there.
I'd say most of those words were right.
Right? You get most of them.
I've had Mexican friends tell me I ain't saying nothing.
Because I've heard you do it many times, but I always thought you're getting most of the words right. I knew you didn't have them all right.
What's the Mexican word for gibberish?
Yeah.
Said, do I have that about right? No.
You tried.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's what I'm saying. It fools people.
Yeah.
I know the words, and I thought you had it.
Yeah. Oh, listen to him. I know the words.
I
know the words, and I thought you had it.
Can you sing the whole song, Ron?
Oh, not right now, though.
Yeah. Not right now.
Not right now. I need to.
At least he knew what the next question was going to be. I'm about to challenge you.
I need to make sure I really get everything in line to culturally appropriate. So
I got $10.
I don't have my costume on.
Got to get in line to everything together to appropriate.
Yeah. If I'm going to do the show, I want to do the show. He said.
That was the equivalent of, where's your boyfriend or girlfriend? Oh, they go to another school in a different state.
I didn't fail. Trending coming up next.
He held me back.
It's the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out, and so we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So the guy that tried to sell Graceland, or tried to steal Graceland and sell it for himself, is fessing up. He said, I didn't win this one. I've stolen many identities and received monies. We don't win everything. We don't win all. So, yeah, it's pretty clear that this was a total scam to sell off Graceland.
So he's just a thief.
He's just a thief.
Wait, hang on a second. He's admitting that they tried to conduct fraudulent business?
Nobody knows who he is.
Nobody knows who he is. And Yeah, and he's purporting to be part of the scheme. And they're tracing it back to Uganda or somewhere like that. But instead of stolen many identities, and we gave it a shot.
Just think, to do something like that, you put that granddaughter, her name Riley Keough, Elvis's granddaughter, has to go through all that stuff to fight. And expense and all that just to fight to try to keep her this place that's been in her family forever. That's horrible. What a horrible person.
It's just the weirdest, one of the most bizarre stories I've read in a long time.
Horrible person.
Am I the only one that pictures Elvis's granddaughter sitting around eating peanut butter and banana sandwiches and bacon?
Yeah.
I just picture her being a little mini me of Elvis in a jumpsuit.
Not now, you're not.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
At the time of his death, Elvis's colon was twice its normal size due to a buildup of white fecal matter.
It's just a little fun fact for you. Bourbon, sugar, water, mint leaf. Today is National Mint Julep Day.
All right.
So, I
hate a mint julep.
I don't think I've ever had one, but it is a staple at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. I think I may have tasted one somewhere and decided, no.
It looks nice.
It looks great.
I like the look of it.
Yeah, I remember I've had one. Maybe I don't know if I had the whole thing. I was like, yeah, okay. Not my favorite.
Not a fan.
And I wouldn't hit a dog in the butt with a mojito either.
That's right. I'm thinking of a mojito. Is it that different?
Yeah, the mint julep is made with bourbon, Kentucky bourbon.
Right.
And then the mojito is a Cuban drink made of rum.
Okay. Hey,
they both got mint in them, though, and I'm not a fan.
And there's something about being at the beach that makes the mojito better.
Just hits right.
Just something about it. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the environment. Like, okay.
Sun, sand, rum.
Either way, I'm shirtless, babe.
It makes perfect sense. And they think the feds are moving closer to indict Diddy. So I think it's probably just a matter of time. I think everybody sees that. So
My Diddy?
Your Diddy. Your good old Diddy.
Not my Diddy. Don't take Diddy.
And look out for Diddy Do It coming to Netflix later this year. That's going to be a lot of fun. Congratulations are in order for one member of the show. We'll get to it next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So congratulations are in order, and Ace, you've held on to that phone for quite a long time now.
Let me see how long it's been.
I mean, it's been years, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been a couple years. This was a clean upgrade.
Yeah.
This was I didn't have to get this phone. It was just an optional upgrade.
Yeah, it was the one before it fell apart.
Right. This one I didn't have to take up there in a bag.
You know what? They don't make them like they used to.
It was a Nokia. It'd still be kicking.
You could just be on a phone call one day and it just shatters right there in your hand.
I don't know what happened.
It would just rocket itself against the wall.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know how they say sometimes they used to just spontaneously combust?
Yeah.
Ace ends up with those that will just automatically just ram themselves against the wall.
It's crazy.
It's like suicide phone is what it is.
Yeah, and this one was a legit. This was just I found out I had an upgrade available and got it. So yeah, I'm a couple years into this one.
I'm all about celebrating small wins, and I think that's a small win that you can hang your hat on. Like, this is a positive step forward. I've held onto this phone. You take them where you can get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Take the wins where you can get them.
Yeah.
How did you kill your phone? Everybody. I think the worst story ever is when we had it a few years ago when somebody was at a music festival and their phone went into the porta-john. At the end of the night, and then they retrieved it. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, these iPhones and the latest phones are waterproof now. But I'm not retrieving my phone if it goes down in the Porta-John at Bonnaroo. Personally. That's just personally.
I wouldn't.
No. So how did you kill your phone, quote unquote, at the Ace TJ show? Give us the story about how your phone died.
Do you want the real story or the story that was told at the store?
Well, when it comes to you, we know the real story.
Well, I mean, when
they know I'm lying.
Yeah, now when he goes in there, the guy at the Apple store just sells him the phone and then takes it and throws it up against the store wall. And says, "I'm just going to cut out the middleman, save us both some time here."
Exactly. At the Ace TJ show, we'll get your answers next.
This is the Ace and TJ show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
How did you kill your phone? Ace obviously has a history of his phones falling apart and just, it's bad craftsmanship.
It's bizarre.
They're made in China, so they're,
He always gets a lemon.
Every single time. They just kind of fall apart. But how did you kill your phone? How did your phone die? At the Ace TJ show, you can DM us if you want to be anonymous, because some of these stories are really bad. Like Jackie, who says, she said, my phone died because I had bubble guts. Ran to the bathroom, yanking my pants down, phone dropped into the toilet, and so did the contents of my stomach.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. She said her ex got it out for her, though. There's a lot of these.
It sounds like that would be what he would say is, all right, before I leave, I'll do you this one last favor.
Exactly.
We're done after this.
But you can't expect me to stay after this.
Cindy said, I killed my phone. I put it in the washer, ran it on full cycle. That'll do it.
Brenda, a lot of people have had that lake or pool where it's in your pocket.
And that makes sense to me. Like, you're not thinking about it. And you want to be spontaneous, jump in the pool with your clothes on.
I did it on the boat one day. Phone was in the pocket of my swim trunks.
Yeah.
In midair, you realize that. And as you're falling toward the water, I'm trying to get it out of my pocket and fling it back toward the boat.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Yeah, I love sitting on the beach and watching men frisk themselves before they wade out into the water.
Yeah.
I mean, just a full-on pat down. I do the same thing, like 3 or 4 times on my way out there.
Yeah.
Just making sure it's not in my pocket.
Yeah, it's worth it to do it. Brenda said, my phone died because I shut it in the car door. So that's Ace. That's kind of like your story with the cat.
Not quite as tragic, but okay.
Not quite as tragic.
The cat story was very tragic.
Yeah. Rob, you've never broken a phone, have you?
No.
Good for you. Yeah. He's gentle with things. I picture that.
Yeah.
Any of y'all, nobody else has ever broken a phone in here, have you?
I've cracked screens and stuff. Sure, dropping them.
Mine's broken right now on the back. I dropped it and the back cracked all up.
Let's see.
But I mean, y'all didn't break. Y'all,
no, I mean, I haven't thrown it or anything.
Don't do it.
Look,
it's
anger.
It's a hassle. It messes your life up for days. It's expensive. It's dumb. It's childish. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I don't recommend it.
He does not recommend it. Yeah, everybody knows that, Ace. You're not giving it advice.
I'm trying to be helpful to the people right now.
Making it better.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
They say there are only 2 things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. But we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So I'm getting my fill of parent time this week. I went and picked up my dog yesterday. I had to leave my dog with them for a couple days while we were working in the afternoons and stuff. So I went to pick up my dog yesterday after the show, and it's in the middle of the day. It's like 11 a.m., 12 p.m., and they're just excited to have me around, so they don't want me to leave. So they're like, sit down, where are you going? And they can't, they're getting hard of hearing, so I have to yell everything at them. And my mom goes, well, my dad says, do you want to feed him before he goes? He's saying that to my mom. Do you want to feed him before he goes? And she's like, Bri, I got, you want a ham sandwich? I just bought really good bread and really good ham. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm going to eat a late lunch and probably just go to bed. I'm so tired. And my dad goes, Bri, ham sandwich, bread, ham, mayo, mustard, salt, pepper. I go, I know what the hell a ham sandwich is. What are you doing? And it's just loud. They don't, they can't hear. I'm really fine. And then, so like I'm collecting the dog stuff, putting his bowls in a bag and stuff. And I'm just like looking through the refrigerator. I'm like, you got any leftovers for me that I can have later? And my dad turns around, he goes, Bri, chef salad, lettuce, hard-boiled egg, ham. He's just like reading out ingredients to me. I also know what a chef salad is. I don't want anything. I'm trying to collect my stuff and leave. And now the dog's barking because he knows we're about to get in the car. He's all fired up. And they just don't care. They're gonna do whatever it takes to keep me in the house a little bit longer, which is sweet. I mean, it's very nice, but like you can't get out the door.
I'm fascinated though by the need to share the ingredients of every food conversation piece.
Yeah, ham, bread, mayo, mustard, salt. I know how to make a ham sandwich, Dad. So anyway, I just love the hell out of them, but they will not let me out the door. Yeah, so that's fun. And Father's Day's right around the corner.
Did you get food to bring home?
Of course I did. Yeah, of course I did. I packed up everything they had.
What did you get?
I got leftover, my mom closed the kitchen the other day, so I got some leftover Bojangles, a couple pieces of cold fried chicken.
So we're talking chicken, breading, grease, spices.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.